Hello, everyone. This is week 8 with cascading style sheets, and I'm working on my website for Jason's Computer Shop, adding some color and some more details. HTML is just the building, and the CSS is for doing coloration, giving it some flavor, I would call it. Some nice some clarity and everything to make it nice and neat and presentable. What I did for the body, I did a body color of a type of blue with this RGB with 0, 51, and 255. And also in the body, I did a font family of Arial, a font family of Arial, Helvetica, and sans serif. All H1s, I choose a text color of goldenrod and align the text align it center. All H2s between all four pages. Same with H1 and all bodies, paragraphs. With the H2, I use the color of goldenrod for text color. Same with the paragraph text color is goldenrod, and text align for the paragraph is center. So I did that for all three or all four web pages, HTML pages. In the address, I added a color goldenrod for the text color, and the text alignment is center. In H3, header 3, I made a color of goldenrod. In the table, I made a background color bisque. Made the border collapse. Made the width of the table 300 pixels and the margin of 0 with auto on the other. Then I went down to table header and table data, made a padding of 8 pixels. Text alignment is to the left. And the border bottom is 1 pixel with a solid, and it's solid, and it is black. With the form, I did a width of 1,000 pixels. Padding is 200 pixels. Border radius is 5 pixels. Back shadow is 0 to 0 to 10 pixels. RGBA. I added some of red, green, blue, and alpha with it. And the display is actually inline block. The form is an inline block. So text area's max width is 1,000 pixels. Label in the form. This is display is block. So and then the margin bottom is 5 pixels, and then the text color of the label in the form is goldenrod. Then I did a class of center image. And the display is a block is block, and the margin is auto. So it automatically sets the margin. Then I did a class header of several attributes and stuff. With that as a class as a header, that's for anything with that. Is position is relative, top is 0, left is 0, width is 100%, padding is 20% and 20%. Background is, I made the background color is aqua. I justified the content to space between. Align the items to center. The Z index to 100. Text align is center. And then with the class of nav bar and the A for the links, I made the font size 18 pixels, color goldenrod for the text color. Font weight is 500, and the text declaration is none. Then I did with all navs and ULs, which is unordered lists. I made the margin right 20 pixels. Then with the nav including the unordered list in the list items, I made the display the inline block. I made the line weight 80 pixels, and then I made a margin of 0 and 5 pixels. Nav, with the nav URL, LI, nav is, and then nav is navigation. UL is unordered list, line item, and A for the anchor or link, hyperlink. Made the color of the text goldenrod. Font size is 17 pixels, and the text transform is uppercase. So I'll show you that in a moment. Then I did a nav one with unordered list, line item, and the anchor is hover. So if you hover over the hyperlink going to a page, it will turn blue. So the text of that anchor will turn blue when you hover over it. Then I did a class ID of home to the H2 element, made the font size 50 pixels and the text align center. Then I did a ID of home and associated with image, made the border radius 50 pixels. Also with ID of products using with image, associated with image, the image element. I made the border radius 50 pixels as well. Then products, then the ID of products associated with the H2, the header 2 element. I made the text line center. Same with products and the ID products associated with H3. I made the text line center. With contact ID contact with H2, I made that text line a center. And then with the class of form container in the form, I made the text line a center. So I made all that centered. And then the ID online help with the header 2, I made a text line center. Same with an ID of OHS, I made that text line a center. And then the table container, which is a class, I made the text line a center for that. So I want to show you my results. So we go to home. I aligned the image, the main image in here, so it's centered. I made everything centered except I have one little issue. One of the web pages, the products.html, since I think it's scrolled down, it's scrolling down because I have all my all my products in I have my products in it all centered, but it's all underneath each other, so they're not beside each other in a nice row. It's like in a column or something like that. Or maybe I got the two terms backwards, but I think that's why the top where it says all Jason's computer shop is shifting a little bit. But when I hit contact, home, online help, it doesn't shift. Only in the products one. I think it has something to do with my products going down the web page and I have to scroll. And that's probably why it's causing that to shift a little bit. But as for all I see is you put your name here in the form. And you also put your email in the form, the contact form. You also can make a message. It doesn't matter how long it is, but once you try to submit it, you're required to, on all three of them, to fill something out before you submit it. I made an address down here. I made it Jason's computer shop. It's a made up address. 13467 Herman Street, Carson, Virginia 23830. 804 873 7073 is just the number I made up. Carson, Virginia actually does exist, but anyway, heard of it. And then down here on all my pages, I added a copyright and it's just pretending it is a copyright, but I add in there just for just to show it off, I guess to say. Copyright 2023, and then Jason's on shop, all rights reserved. So that was pretty cool. I made a table with the online help services. I made it that color that I mentioned, which was bisque. Um, and I made some three services I can come up with, and the price for each service. But when I go through all these pages, they all link up together, so there's nothing that's gonna say the web page is missing or the link is not working. They are working. So that's what I wanted to show you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I will continue on the work to next week and see what happens. But thank you very much for letting me present this to you, and I appreciate it. Thank you.